People have different situation and different experience, so they better to know what they want more more than just the orders. If we need the order, we can more in Lampang or Chom Thong may be easier for you to do like that. But so here we and learn and share and helping each other. That's why I allow you to use computer, internet, working on temples. But at least you learn and you understand. I'm rather for you to be more enjoy than force for you to meditate. But in the end, you will feeling force yourself itself to do it. And then you know what? Even you're not in my temple, you still willingly to practicing by your own. No need to waiting for me to teaching. That is my technique. I rather for you to be practicing. Even Alva, Alva still practicing either. Yesterday on Zoom, he come to talk with me 2 weeks early. So he talked about his condition and things, and advise how to deal with the situations, or something like that. So that is what about. So okay, let's start. Hmm. Okay, this one I'm teaching in Thai class. In the class, I'm talking about the target. The target is ourselves to be happy. Ourselves was divided into body and mind. The target to understand realities. Then we have to plan. We have to plan that we need to intend to mindfulness to our body and our mind at the moment. Then we have to set a timetable. We have to set a timetable. If you not set a timetable, you might have to see your timetable on the food, on the akusala, on your sufferings. Or you can see the timetable on your happiness and your vice, your caliber. So time, actually we already have timetable, you know. Even you don't make a timetable, you can have timetables. But the timetable that you spend, what you spend for. For example, sleeping. How long are you sleeping? Eating, shower. How about the rest? What are you doing at? So we have to confront with your body and your mind at all times. So, but if you confront with yourself with no consciousness, you rather to go to the fool yourself more. Fool on laziness, what I show you, fool on greed, foolishness, be look down for yourself, anger, depressed, fear, sorry, joyless, hatred, anxiety, worriness, drunk, and too much of greed, burning your mind, a lot of your thought, your desire, selfness, more on self-esteem, doubtful, a lot of selfness here. In other words, you will fall into this kind of thing. When you have no mindfulness, mostly, you will fall to selfness all the time because this is basic of human. So we need to have the timetable, but at least we try on walking meditation, sitting meditation, for getting the right understanding in proper way, and the rest rather to mindfulness either. That means the best way is to be more on mindfulness, more, as much as you can. If you cannot, don't worry. Just be a little bit better. So the idea is, if you don't know what to do, just go on loving kindness, do no harm to others, and practicing mindfulness. Be careful in your mind. That's what we have to do. Or studying, practicing. That's what we have to do. So um, Vipassana meditations is about the wisdom. It's about to understand the truth of everything. But the wisdom comes from listening. The wisdom comes from thinking. You know what? Please check yourself. Your wisdom mostly comes from thinking or mostly comes from practicing. The question today, your wisdom comes from practicing or your wisdom comes from your thinking, come from your imaginations. Why I'm asking this question? Because of some of the students can be happy what you're hearing, happy what you're thinking, but not facing the truth. What is the truth? The truth is about you have to facing the right moment of mind and body, or we call the body and mind separations at the moment. You have to keep mindfulness and understand the moment of your body and mind again, 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 and again, till you start to realize that this body bring to this mind, and this mind will cause to this body. So you see cause and effect of the body and mind, the secondly ones, and you keep see the thing with from this to this making this happening from this happening from this again, 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 this and this, and then you will see much more of cause and effect, much more cause and effect, and then it's not about cause and effect, but about everything is begin and end. So that means you have to charge your wise, charge your practicing, till it grow flower to see the truth of everything is impermanent, everything is suffer, everything is non-self, everything is always begin and end. When everything is becoming like that, how do you feel? So the truth is, for example, right, go, touch, left, go, touch. I'm asking Thai class today, what do you understand? When you are walking, when you are sitting, when you are rising, falling, what do you understand? This is my question. What do you understand? Okay, Titi, how about rising, falling? What do you understand? Me, rising. What do you understand about rising?
Just in the moment.
Yeah. The moment of rising, and then anything else that you understand. What do you get for rising and falling? What do you get for your right go touch, left go touch? What do you get for lifting? What do you know? What do you get?
Mindfulness.
Yeah, mindfulness is technical or technique. But what do you get from there? What the benefit of rising, falling? What do you know about your rising, falling? Eh, Jane, right? Jane is still here?
Hmm?
Didn't see Jane yet.
Oh yeah, she's here.
Oh, that's right. So these questions, because of I want you to review and make the conclusion. This is exam. The thing that I'm at is examinations. Examination on the truths that you are facing at the moment. The truth of your idea about your body, your mind. The truth about understanding what you're practicing. What do you see? What do you understand? Or what do you expect?
Impermanence.
Hmm?
The impermanence of everything.
Yeah, excellent.
Everything's changing, continuously changing.
When a lot of if Paul have a lot of idea, feeling a lot of impermanence, the thing is now you are fighting with something that you believe to be permanent. You found a conflict. The truth of mindfulness is about to have a lot of conflict in your life, conflict in your idea. And then not only that, the thing that bring you to become more suffer, the bring that you bring you more become happier, and you seeking for the most happiness. Oh, don't believe what Jane remember. Doesn't matter. Okay, so you have to review yourself. What is about walking? What is about rising? What is about falling? You have to maybe Raima, can you tell me maybe some of this? What do you feel? What do you think about it?
Mm, noticing with the noting of rising, there is also some feeling of rising. There is some movement of the body, and sometimes my attitude changes towards the rising, and maybe some thoughts get created, and then attention goes elsewhere, and I see um, when I'm not with the rising, when I am with the rising, I see the rising has an end, the rising has a beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When it's falling, it's not rising. When it's rising, it's not falling.
Yeah.
Within the rising, there is even many things happening.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of sensations. I see the state of my mind is changing. The state of my mindfulness is changing. The state of my concentration. I see sometimes hindrances come, sometimes doubt, sometimes anger, sometimes bored, sometimes restless. And they come and go.
So what the benefit of what you are experiencing? What is the benefit for you experiencing that?
And when I'm watching it, it gives me freedom from being caught up in the different things happening.
Good.
So, for example, right now, I can connect to this benefit by doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives me immediate relief from maybe something about being worried about having a good answer or something. Then I just come back to sitting.
Yeah.
That's the benefit.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's good. That's good. Get on really the right patience on the right point. The right point. How about you, Abby?
Then it's interesting to notice each time how each rise can be so different. Although I never plan to see, I don't plan to make it different or something. It's very interesting to see. Could be long, short, different sensation, no sensation, thinking, no thinking, expectations. So much of information is contained within that. And I start to always see the uncontrollability of it, the randomness of it. Then it's kind of, in terms of benefit, it kind of weakens my idea about me because I see the uncontrollability. So first it gives me some beautiful peace, similar to what Emma says, whatever could be going on, and just coming to rising and falling, this awareness comes in, and peace, happiness, and you really feel a sense of freedom, even when I have intense emotions. But just like looking into it, rising, falling, looking at the sensation, you just realize, oh wow, it's just so kind of impermanent. It's nothing concrete or solid. Just like when you just look inside, it's just, so there is nothing solid. So it really gives some kind of freedom that there is no problem.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So you know all the meanings. So the thing is about experience. We have to keep experience, and the experience is not only come on meditations; it also come on the daily life either. So the thing is about getting better. First thing you want to know who you are. No, no need to contrast with others. Okay, no need to compare with others. But at least you know that you are better. I want you to know that the most important is about you feeling better. You feeling better. You feel that you getting better because you know what? Why I'm saying this? Because people are different. You cannot be serious on the people to becoming like that, like those, but rather there's them see themselves, what they have to improve, what they're going to be keep it, what would they going to be release it, forget about it something. So depend on you in personally. Okay, or the answer is better the best on their life, on their own. But at least you know that you're getting better, and at least you'll be more free. At least you'll be more happiness. At least you can stay for the happiness as much as you can, right? As I mostly I also talk about, we have no time to be suffer. We have no time to be angry. We have no time to be depressed. We have no time to be doubtful. We just stay to the clear of our body and mind. It's not about peacefulness. I didn't expect peacefulness. I expected you better. You know that yourself a little better. from where you start, and then far away from your fear, far away from your anger, far away from your misunderstood, far away from your misery, far away from your doubt and anxiety, be more of your lively. So that's why I'm not very serious. So maybe you can go for work, can go to the city, you can learn and think. Because of you know what? When you're practicing mindfulness, it's always reflecting, it's always warning you. You always feel guilty. You always feel some conflict. But your greed and your misunderstood still want to do it more and more and more. But we have time. We have time for you to see it, to choose it. And no serious. I want you to be honest to yourself. If you're not honest to who you are, it's very hardly for you to see the truth. There are other things. You can lie to anyone, but you cannot lie to yourself. So just accept who you are and learn it. Is that okay you to have this? Or it's not okay for you to have that? You want to quit it? Throw it away. This want to keep it? Okay. But you have to okay with the result that's coming, right? So for example, one of the guy from Thailand, a little fat guy news coming, his name is Rachen. So he lost his business. He in the really old age. Before he had like 100 of taxi in Bangkok, but because of the situation of COVID, he's collapsed and he lost everything. And his daughter is going to be suicide herself, kill herself. So he really upset. So he asked me, can I say yes, you can come? But today I'm said, how many times are you going to fall into suffer? How many times? And you know what? You are the one that make yourself suffer. And you are the one to make yourself to become happy. Then basically you have to know how to become more happy. Because of happiness is giving energy. Happiness, creativity give you energies. So you want to go to dance? That's fine. Why not? Because of you can learn a lot. You are learning a lot. And you know what? Mindfulness is not turned off. When you start to practicing mindfulness, the mindfulness will always say, showing the body and mind, show you emotion. Then you see it, and it's doubting. Are you going to do that? Are you really want this? Are you sure you want to do this? It's always out of question for you, and you can choose to do it, and you experience it, right? So it's like you are round and round in the same place. But when you know the way to get out, are you going to get out? No. Still round again. You get out? No. Round, round, round. You are trapped in your idea. But if you know you are better now, because you see the way out, but you are just not getting out. You just keep get into your fear, get into your greed, get into your foolishness. But at least it's better that you will fear, because now you have mindfulness. You are more be careful. You're more be careful on what you're hearing. Be careful on what you are playing. Be careful more on your greed. Be careful more on your fear. So that means everything that appears to you now has become more someone was watching it. The mindfulness is helping you to see it. And you're doubting. And time to change your character. You will get out, no more along this side, you come in this side direction. So you're becoming another response of the questions. You're changing your response. Your response was different. So the same problem come true, but now there are no more problems. It's just that because you already have the mindfulness and go out of the trap. So people have your own problem. At least you should to know what is your problem. Mindfulness. You have to believe that mindfulness will giving you as much as you see, you are getting closer to what you want. But you are late and late of your practicing. You are far away long and even get lost. But we have times. We have time and place for you. So seeking for it. The only one that can level it you up is yourself. Okay? So I'm just seeing and trust and then see things around, and then you have to know that you're getting happier, happier, happier. That's good.
So if you are increasing your mindfulness, like your hours sitting, your diligence throughout the day, you are kind of making it more likely to move on to a different type of.
Yes, they're keeping better. They're keeping better all the time. But the thing is, have to be careful. Most of the students, um, mostly my problem, I found a lot of people play with time. I don't want you to play with time. I don't. Yes, I said you to practicing more, but you always say it's about time. But yes, time is important. But I mean, I want you to prefer more on right now in time. Not about 10 hours practicing, 8 hours practicing. Today I have to say 10 hours practicing. No, no, no. I don't want you to putting something like this. I want you to talk like what? Like the mindfulness doing in 10 hours. For the most important is right here. Lifting, shredding, cleansing. Not about how many hours you have, but in all the moment you are mindful. All the moment that you are experienced. If you practicing in this kind of thing, this kind of technique, it creating habit. It creating the habit that whatever you do, it will haunt you. You know, mindfulness is haunting you. What are you doing? What you like? What are you? That is that what you want? Is haunting you. And the thing is, I want you to be sure that are you getting better? Are you getting better? Are you on your target? Are you on your directions? Okay, are you on? So at least you have a little plan. Maybe solve some problem. For example, I'm very easily angry, and I'm angry for long, long hours. So now I will become angry, but only 1 hour, not more than 1 hour. And then I'm angry, but it just become 10 minutes. And I'm angry, just become only 1 minute. And I'm angry and just angry. So this is the benefit. See, we have many problems. We have many questions for ourselves. Then you know the problem and question yourself. You have to solve the problem yourself. I keep time and place for you, and then you can practice in for it. Because you know what? Buddha will say something like, one must rely on one. That means you, only you, that's much to rely on yourself. And you need to practicing. Because when you keep practicing, nowhere for resting you. No one could help you, only yourself. In the meaning is about you are practicing to become for other, to rely on your lives. The others have to come for your help. Then you need to practicing. The one in you. You have to keep practicing you, and then you become light and brighter. You give other light, give other warming, give other happiness. That you what you are increasing. So, and at the same time, you have to maintain your life. That's what you want. You have to maintain your life with what you want. We have limit of time. If you can make your life at what you want, and you're creating the love and kindness as you want, then you can be strong, so strong, and other can become learning from you, and even and other can come to rest in you. So that's why we need to practicing more and more to become more stronger, but more easy and more convenient. So this is about meditation. So every day that you meditate, don't think about the times. Always pay attention on the moment, on the moment, on the moment. Whatever it appears, doesn't matter. It is a good technique of cleaning. Who might this? Okay. So every day you're practicing, don't worry. Everything that you experience, you have to tell me, reporting. Don't think it's false. Don't think some answer is stupid. Some stupid answer is the greatest answer. Many times that I found a student what just don't tell something that's very excellent that just happened, And one thing, if you get in the right direction, no need to tell me. You know yourself that you're getting better a lot. And also, if you have some doubt, have some problem, you also better to ask me so how to solve the problem. Maybe it's become easier and more easy. So you need to have plan. Now, you have to plan. You have to plan. Actually, you have to have plan for a long time. And you have to know your homework. What type of homework that you are doing? What type of homework that are you doing? So I also talk about this from the first day that you came here. Okay, if you are on the first day, and you come for walking meditation and sitting meditation, right? And what now? Can you see a difference? I talk about during you meditate, you have to learn and then coming back to be the one before. So that you are a driver, right? You always about driving. When you meditate, are you driving going to be the same or not? Come to the center and out of the center. Are you the same or not? What the difference? What do you expect to be different? Okay, let me talk about today. Now, before you came, you come to meditate, you're out of the center. Maybe not worry about, not to go away for a long time, just maybe like AB going out, maybe the Rayman go to meet friend or Paul go to ride a bike, or something like this. Can you see any difference? Can you see something different? And your chair? Any? Can you share something with this?
Yeah, so when I went to the city the other day, okay, so before the 10 or 12 days here, I was kind of like busy in my mind. Came out of retreat and immediately kind of like started work. I was in a program. My mind was like busy on like the work stuff and kind of like there was just like this filter and the story of business. And going into the city the other day was like really cool. It felt like I didn't have that much pressure on myself and kind of just like the work filter is still there, but like I'm just like more able to have fun and just enjoy the moment. And yeah, it was just more of like this feeling of just being free in the here and now, and obviously that changes. Um, yeah, but from like before to after, I'm also kind of like doing new skills, doing new things, and learning. And the fear is still there, but like I've passed like a lot of different like things for work, and also just like with the new skills that I'm learning. So yeah, there's been a lot of growth and improvement.
That's good. That's good. So getting better, happier, more understand. That's the way of practicing. See, I'm trying to tell you that the practicing not about to become monks, not about to be Alahanta monks, not yet, but you are getting better, and you will keep practicing more yourself. That's what it's about. You feeling better. It's more clear, or even about the outside, and more clear about inside, and more clear about your future. Uh, Maybe Paul, can you share a little bit some difference?
Definitely just general awareness of reacting to outside influences,
Mm-hmm.
environment, sound, people. And yesterday, the last couple of days, I've had a problem with my computer, so I went into town to the Apple store.
Yeah.
And now discovered I need a new screen, and they said, oh, it's going to be 15,000 baht. And my first reaction was like, fuck. And then I caught that, and it's like, well, I can either get upset about it and it'll still be the same, or I just accept that that's what it is and find some way of finding that money. And it just made me think, in the past, sort of, fuck, how am I going to sort this out? And it very quickly, it was, well, the situation is still going to be the same. It's now purely about my reaction to it. And it's things like this catching yourself before you react, I think
That's excellent.
is the most important thing.
You know what? You can borrow my screen. I have HDMI screen. You can use your computer to plug in.
Well, I can use it. It's just I've got a big grey band that goes down through the screen.
Only you can connect to my HDMI screen. You borrow my screen, then you can have full screen. Second screen instead. Easy. I use it often like that. When the screen is broken, I use another screen. Okay, so, but it's good. And you know what? The thing that I want you to practicing is about you more happier. You're just so feeling that you are lucky to be having life. And your life will become more better. As I told you, Ahsoka, you know what the best thing is? Still breathing. Excellent. Past is the past. But as in the moment you are breathing, the most beautiful, the most excellent time is right now. If you're feeling the most excellent time is right now yourself, that's excellent. Whatever you do, it's excellent. Believe in what you are doing. Whatever the result is bad or not good, it's impermanent. So you just think the best, do the best, and realize I'm getting better. Accept more easily, because you know what? The thing is what different is like this. Cookie man. Like very fat one. Right. Inside of your heart. Before and after. Okay, it's before, after. After Paul said, it's very clear, right? In the past, if anything would come to your brain, your heart, it could be boom, 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 immediately, right? And reacting immediately, suddenly acting. But when you become mindfulness, whatever it attach to you, look like you have boundary, more layer, have more layer. So your heart is have more layer. That means whatever is appearing, you should have yourself in peacefulness. Okay, you are sitting. So no one was disturbing you there. No one was disturbing you. You can react. You can even reacting. But you still see it and be peaceful inside it. That's what you are. So this is whatever situation appear. Even you lost your arm, even you lost your leg, you understand easily and be peaceful. So you know what? If you see your daughter be like this, if you see the past of you, in the past you are so suffer. Can you feel love and kindness to yourself? Can you see mercy to yourself? And you know what? When you have the baby, and I have my boy here, I am feeling love and kindness to tell them more, to be protecting them like this. Or that's why love and kindness about others' idea. So I know how they anger. I know they suffer. That's why they show the anger. I know they suffer. That's why they show the expressions. But we are in peace. We understand it. We realize it. So we more loving kindness to yourself, to ourselves more. and to help others more. See, this is what a difference. So you always happiness. So that means the actions. You can act anything. You can have many characters, but the inner of your character is still comfort, peaceful. And you are only one that you want to open your eye. Yes, you can. You can awake to enjoy it. And you have to be careful, you know. You have to be careful. If you want to get something to you, but sometimes there are something that can get through, right? Sometimes the screen nearly hit you, right? Oh, nearly hit me. See something before you always blaming others, but when you start to mindfulness, you always checking yourself first, checking here for, oh, I'm angry, and then you just forget about it, isn't it right? Something would awake you up, and then that's the way it is. So this is how I would like you to have the idea of life living like this. You are more strong. You are not blame others, but you're always checking yourself how to improve, how to deal with, whether they are no reasonable. Maybe you're meeting something is some nonsense, right? Something that was nonsense to you. Something was nonsense. And then you just, yes, that's what it is. Yes, that's what it is. Okay? So learn about it. This is how the mindfulness was developing you. Even myself right now, I'm these kind of situations. So even I'm talking or what in all my actions, I have my peacefulness and happiness over here with the right understanding. And you know what? Some of my actions, I can actions pretend to be anger. I can pretend to be smashing, but I can see to be careful. Because when you use the angriness, they point you to your heart. And always be careful whatever that leads to a problem. So first, what is your problems? If you don't know what is your problems, how you can solve the problems? You have to know your problem first. I know my problems. So when you mindfulness on walking, sitting, they're not only about walking, sitting, but it's about accept the true who you are. And you learn the process. When you're facing painful you feeling of hatred, you feeling of annoying or pain. You see your mind avoiding, right? That's what you are learning. At the same time, you exercise, practicing your mindfulness to see the situation again, and again, and it's better skill. Now your mindfulness have better skill to see realize your problems. Then, what is your problem? If you don't know your problems, then you don't know how to solve. So Buddha would say something like, know something good in you, something bad in you. Good, keep it, maintain it. Maintain it. Bad, be careful. And get rid of.
Ajahn, this is where I want to ask a question. Okay, so I kind of know what my problem is, but it's funny that my desire is so strong. So although I see the problem, it's like the desire is not really there to get rid of the problem.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful with it. You are play with fire. Be careful with fire. I want to play with fire. Why not? So be careful with fire. But in the end, when you get bored, you realize it, you might want to totally get rid of it. Okay, so don't worry. You still enjoy food. You still want to do something tasty and want to go see something else, want to learn more, and have more money, want to have more fun, have boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever it is. So it's not bad. but it can become suffer. It can make you become more suffer. So be careful. Okay? But something that feel free, loving kindness, and maintain attachment in your life, but not lock. Look, I didn't say you to block and lock. I want you to be more realize the truth. Then you become accept the truth. Anything can happen, right? But at least now you are baby sleeping, baby peacefulness. So this is my situation. At 10 years that I'm practicing, it's creating the place in my mind that Ajahn Paul said. Whatever a situation is, I still see I always look at my peacefulness. Oh, okay, you're still there. But I look like my idea starting to annoy something. I see it, but then I not let go, then sending the power absorb to my heart. It's just there. You look like they have the layer, and they're not the imagination layer. They are mindfulness layer. That means they really exist. So I not use my imagination to push it away. I didn't say that is bad and I push it out. I realize it. And the result of realizing, they make me peacefulness. The thing that attached outside pass through the mindfulness and get into the understanding more. The more you practicing, the more happiness and peacefulness you have. Less and less of disruptions. So I become very easily and flexible. Doesn't matter, never mind anything. Doesn't matter. Yeah, what it is, it's okay.
May I ask, what is your problems? Like, where do you still get caught after 10 years?
I still get problem with my lazy sometimes. I'm really not on time. I'm not really focused on my times. And because of, you know what, I really love to have time. But so I'm cheating on other times. So I'm not like to be waiting. And that's why I'm always become late. That's what I'm seeing. But I still keep doing it. You see my selfishness? I always like this, not really so on times. I have my habits. I can see something when I have it's my bad habit sometimes. I have to wait till the situation gets boiling, and then I start to move. So when you nearly get to time, I just do many things, and then I'm late. I don't know why, really late. Personally, I love to eating. I have good time on eating. Lazy sometimes. Eating is good excuse. No, but a lot of my friends, it's not only that, because I'm monks, I'm not allowed to having sex. I also have problem with sex, but not much now. So I can feeling the energy of the power of sex that appearing from the day by day, that's the normal. So that is also the problem. And the problem that bothering me, normally not much now. But sometimes bothering me when I have no money. Sometimes center would have no money, and then I have to go to the pagoda. No money. The money come. So sometimes it's out of your control. It's hardly to do, and I don't like to use my brain on crabbing. I don't want to use it in somehow. Or maybe I'm lazy to do it. But I don't like to ask for money. That's one of my habits. I not really like to do the marketing thing. I just see I'm lazy. But I mostly do like the problem in front of me. I'm not really worried about the problem in front. So I just solve the problem and then come in front. This is also one of the things that was changing me. Before, I always think about the future a lot. But when I meditate, my future is about this far. I not remember anything. I just remember about this far, you know. So my memories will be, I not waste my time to think about the future much. That wouldn't happen. So I'm more likely to enjoy the moment. Mhm. And I'm planning future, but not much. Not my future is thousand million choice, but something like better. I will easily make my side like a happy, not unhappy. Even this building, I have the same idea of creating building since the first start. So everything that I make in this temple go in the same directions. So my idea of future is very wide. That means something that happy, something that help myself, help others. So I'm no condition on nationality, no condition on age, how old are you, how bad you are, how good you have, I don't care. Just come to the program. And then you are the one that working yourself. Boy are working on boy job, you are working on your job. So I'm not really serious to forcing you to practicing, as I told you. But I'm rather for you to willingly to practicing. That is my teaching. Because I'm using my willingly to practicing more than forcing. Because I found out that forcing to do it, it won't work. But willingly to do it, you are creating more good condition of meditation. And even you are anywhere, you're still doing it. You think about it, you feeling about it, you always checking, always mindfulness itself. You not said in the pub, oh wait a minute, left, go touch, right, go touch. In the pub, you won't do that, but you always know how to use it. And as told you, Evie, if you still have fun with some things, be careful. And you know what? Because it can get into you in trouble. And the law of karma, what you have been done, then it will come back somehow, sometime. Get ready. We don't know, maybe this life we are not working, but in the past we might did it somehow. So they bring to this life. That's why we are different. We don't say something like this. Because the gamma in the past life. Okay, this is my point. Now my home still have, they still have a lot of many problems. But and you know why I have less problems? Why? Because I'm always adjust. I always adjust myself to become suit to the present time. I very easily to adjust my idea of things. I'm very easy. So that means I'm not really serious or expect something to happen what I want. And be more flexible. So that means I can have any choice. For example, if I want to go to pool, I think India is a very good example. One day it's just so painful to go into shit so much. At first time when I go to India, I remember my daddy said, no toilet, no one have toilet. What the hell, no one have toilet? Why Indian no toilet? I just keep asking to the shop by shop, can I go use toilet and use toilet? No. At the end, I found a corner in the bush, go to shit there. And I'm enlightening. Why that? Because I see so many shit around me. Okay, I accept the nature that the shit is around me. I shit where the everyone shit, that's I'm go to the right toilet. Okay, fine. And then in every morning I see people would shit along the train with the water and show his dick and things. I understand now that what about. So I become okay, I'm okay with that. And you know what? I'm teaching my students to go with me to do the same. When we go on, when we off the bus, first day they run about that far. You know, they're ready like you go over that far to go to the toilet to pee. Really far. Till the last day, front wheel. The pee there. Dude, you are excellent of my student, you know. You just go to the wheel of the car. That's good. Excellent. There are a lot of people flexible. So when we meditate a lot, we start to know that we unlock ourselves. Somehow I lock our idea in locking. Even the tissue paper. You know, in America, the roll paper is only for your butt. But Thai people would put on the all table in noodle shop. And the Americans said, Thai people are high for beware ever to go to shit. But no. They're not high for you to go to shit. It's just for you now. This is what they misunderstood. Thai people is very worried about the foreigners come to shit because they know toilet paper in the room. So toilet paper on the table. No. And even right now, Thai people still don't know that this was the butt, for a long time. So that's why mindfulness is like no excuse to become happy, no excuse to be suffer. Okay, just to be happy, just to be happy. So if something that you're happy that you know that's becoming bad, just be careful, more be careful. Okay, but something that you know that it's good, let's just keep doing that mindfulness. And you know what? If you have daughter, you have son, you have your parents, why not? Why not you giving this to them? Why not you giving this knowledge to them? You will feel if you feel that totally true in your heart that it's good, you better to tell them it's okay. You know we have the special word. It's okay, that's normal, natural, common. That is a good word. And good truth. Good truth. It appears anytime. Oh, that's normal. That's normal. It's okay. It's okay. Even you lose your arm, it's okay. You lose your hand, that's okay. That's okay. Because it's really okay. It's really okay. So learn about it, and then you become more happy and more joy. Now, time for be your challenge. We know that the thing you are working, the thing that you are facing, it's going to cause you troubles. Be careful. Get ready. Isn't it? Get ready. Because the thing that you play with is impermanent. The thing that you are deal with is unable to control. So it's out of your hand. Be careful. Right? Whenever you go out of the temple, or no need to go out of the temple, even in this temple, the circumstance, the conditions, visa things is approach to you. Right? So you think, how to do that? So that the conditions. So that what about? This is the benefit of meditation. So I'm told you the most important about to be mindfulness as much as you can. Be more mindful till you get experience enough, then you can use it in your daily life. You can use it in your normal day and turn off all the problems, all your fear, all the troubles. Yesterday, one of the lady that you advised, Thai half Americans, came here and practicing nice. His mother had problem when she meditates, she hurting here. So it's very easy. You just see it before it happened. Before this happened, there are something. If she can catch in something appear before this head appear, so she can solve this problem. That's what it is. Exactly with you. If you are fear, anger, stress, see it before. When you know it before, then you know how to solve the problem. So learning it.
What do you mean by that? Like, see the fear before and then you know how to solve it?
Because during fear appear, that means there are something was sending the cause to fear. You have to see the cause of fear. That's why if you see before cause of fear, there are more layers before you get to fear. And when you open your heart for the cause of fear come to you, such as if you put someone into your heart, if you let something that someone, dog, bat, bird, or humans into your love heart to rely on. You put someone to rely on your feelings in your, you will be more painful because it's hardly too reliable, right? Do you trust crocodile? Oh, crocodile so much, they want to eat you one day, right? So be careful. Yes.
One thing that I've experienced since meditating more, when I'm in like a romantic relationship, I feel quite okay with anything, and I feel quite not so bothered when she get upset or something. But and I see that it really bothers her that I feel so somehow detached, and I still feel I can be romantic and things, but maybe because I'm not so deeply I believe that she's my life partner or something. She feels this. She feels that I have a place in my heart where she is not there, so it's kind of creating some discomfort, and that makes me also pain because I see her.
No. You know what about? Because of in the bed. I'm talking about in the bed. You're not only one in the bed.
What?
I'm talking funny way. Before you are with the girl, and you on the bed. But when you mindfulness, the mindfulness is on the bed too. That's what she felt. You are not react immediately. Most of the female and the guy were together. Normally you are react immediately. React bouncing with the greed and sex and feeling, bounce immediately. But a little guy was there. He just awakened too. So it's considering. And you know what? When you're considering, your mood is lost. Your mood and emotion expression, you are changing. You are more calm. You are more cooler and slow, not aggressive. So she might want some aggressive. And you know what? You cannot lie to your feelings. And because of your peacefulness, you're not showing power of sex out. So the female will, oh, where's the sex gone? Where's my tiger thunder? No. This is true. This is true because you are more intelligent on it. This is nature. And how to become tiger again? You have to open him. You have to let him out. Awakening him. Just go away. And my mindfulness, we sit there.
Switch off the mindfulness.
Sit there. Don't work. Sit there and remember the past. The past of you, what you're doing. Forget about it. And you know that's why the hermits that meditate but lost their power. Remember in the old time of Indians, the hermits would meditate, and he flying in the air and see the girl boob because they are up high, right? And they saw the girl was swimming with no shirt on, right? And the boob was stuck in his brain. It's killing. The boob would get into and the meditation was gone, and he fly down, and you have to walk back home. You walk back. So you have to use your own memories. If you want to, be careful with it to awake. The mindfulness awakening, you will see. You know, and the thing is changing. When you have the mindfulness, you're not attached to the girl. You know exactly you attach to yourself. That's what it. Something was slow down. I told you that someone was sleeping with you. The mindfulness, not on your bed. It's on your bed with you. So the female can sense it too, because something would change, something would different. but there are more values. Because when you have this, you understand more about others. The really other thing about you, you know more what you feel. You can expand. There are something more beautiful, and it's really more beautiful. What is, exactly sex or more than sex. When you mindfulness, you cannot lie to yourself. Yes, this feeling of sex, but what is hiding you for that girl? It's sex or more than sex. You can divide many feelings of love that I told you. Love is very complicated. Maybe you only feeling, exactly it's only sex you have, but you don't want sex. But you might feel something else. But female wants sex, and I don't want. So female try to come to you, and when you stop her, she feels sorry, because she feels less of values, because she wants to be pressure you, make you impressed, but you not show reaction of impressed. So she, what's wrong? You want fall? No, you're not fall. You're beautiful. I think you. So the eating food, together. I told you, the female and guy go on the same bed. It doesn't mean only about the sex. If they not come to fit, sex with sex okay, but peacefulness with sex not okay. Okay, you have to fit this one when you want, but it's good. If you know how to use it, you can adjust it, turn it on and off, turn on and off. So you have to prepare imaginations, prepare your idea. Okay? We never talked about this before.
Very useful.
Cannot talk in Thai, It'll be very rude.
Oh.
But this I'm talking because it's how to use. I'm showing the truth. I'm showing the truth. This is all why I know this. If you mindfulness it, you see it. You can see it. You know how your mind was working, and you can sense it a lot. See, I told you mindfulness is not about walking and sitting. It can help you in all directions. And when you know how you think, you even know how others think. That's why you can read more other mind. This is very good. And you can lie to people very easily, more easily. Yes, because you know how people think. And you are faster. When you have mindfulness, you are faster to lie. But you don't want to lie. Because of, no, you become more honest. As much as you practicing mindfulness, you will become more honest. Just don't want to lie. Because it's burning. Because you know what, the power of mindfulness comes from the honest. You have to be true what you see, here, what about. So we have to be honest. What is your problem? You have to be honest to solve that problem. And you have to accept the truth. Sometimes it cannot be fixed. You have to accept the truth. For example, some your girl is already be with other. You have to accept no more, no guilty, no bothering, no missing. Waste the time, right? But the memory of happiness can bring up. Yeah, I still enjoy that moment with her. Yes, I remember. But never put to become hatred. A lot of people put love become hatred at last. Useless. And also, even right now, what do you want? If we not talk about the problem, then we talk about what do you want. The thing that Buddha was giving you, yeah, we are not talking about enlightened Nibbana, that's the topmost. But when you learn more and more and more, you see the truth more, and then you understand why to have to go there. Because of as much as you play with suffer, as much as you careful you have to clean. And the karma will come forward. So learn with it, then what do you want? But I told you, if you want to solve the problem, you need to practicing more. Not only walking and sitting. Anything, when you're thinking, you're deciding, you like, you don't like, you must know it all, see through it, see your true habit. Sometimes you even don't know who you are, but mindfulness gives you to know who you are. Okay? We have the predator that have 4 legs, have claw, and have shoes like this. What kind of predator you are? Kitty cat, or cheetah, or tiger, or lion? So you have to mindfulness and accept who you are. Because you know what? We have different instincts. We have different ideas. And the thing that you hold and release is not the same. So someone would release this easily, but someone would hold it so tightly. So depend on personal. That's why I really of teaching. But at least I just want you to know how to guide yourself, how to solve the problem yourself, and what do you want. The thing you want supposed to rely on what you do, related on what do you do. Okay, thing you want, the thing you do. The mindfulness is showing, are you really doing that or not? You alive to yourself or not? They tell you that not. We have to be honest, not lie to ourselves. You can lie to anyone, but you cannot lie to yourself. That's the problem. Okay. Any questions? Oh, bedtime story is good.
Very useful.
It's not only bedtime story, even on the desk, on the lunch, on food, on the thing you see, the thing you eat, the feeling imagination. It's a lot of trouble in it. And even how about when you go out, see the people. When you walk oneself along the street, how do you feel? When you walk into the pub, how do you feel? When you walk into some how do you feel? Do you know what to do next? You have to know what you should act in different place. What you should act in the place, right? So you have to know how to fit, how to be adjust yourself, know what you want or not. You want to go in this direction or not going in this direction? Mindfulness meditation helping you know exactly which direction you want to go. They show you very easily. Okay, this is also one of the good benefits. So, what do you want? If you don't know, mindfulness more, and then you can see, accept the truth who you are. But you know what? Sometimes you want it badly. One of my students get cheating on their land. They have a company. They're cheating all of his money, and he think about to burn their house. They're planning. They're planning to kill others with hatred. A lot of hatred. So hatred. He planning how to kill others. He think a lot of simulation, a lot of bad activity, but he come to meditate a lot with hatred. But you know what? When he meditates more and more and more, he feeling useless. He feeling nothing. Just forgive everything. Because of all the hatred, it's burning himself all along. So when he released all the hatred, the plan of killing will disappear. And he become more forgive, totally forgive. And he happiness is lively. When the fear and anger was gone, the place of happiness was flower in his mind. And his face will grow lighter and also excellent. See, he no need to solve any problems, but he become happy. And instead of going to kill someone, he instead of creating his lively family instead. He said to me that he get a second chance of life. Even that he might go to sacrifice himself to jail. So see, a lot of benefit of mindfulness. Don't trust what you believe. Don't trust what you think first. But when you mindfulness, you will see more opportunities. And you know what? Never harm others. Never hurt yourself. And then your life is going to be Definitely better. Tell me about. Okay. Is it all the idea? Any questions? Is it, what the hell is baby? Put him down, okay? Not, but if you want to know really who you are, let me with you.
Yeah, I definitely resonate with everything you said about and noticed all of these things happening in my relationship to her related to women. The seeing more, like, seeing what is sex actually like, because I have some idea about how amazing it is, but then investigating it, what do I like? Yeah, there's some nice sensations, but sometimes there's nice connects, sometimes not. Like really investigating for myself what they like to.
Yeah. Because of you know what? People try to solve the problem from others. But actually all the problem solved in here. So they are the very basic common of humans. You are not alone. You always feel loneliness. You don't want to be alone. That's the basics. You want to be accepted. Someone to respect and accept to respect you. You want to be someone for the group. That's the very basics. So how about if you already have, you might put it on this. No more of wanting like this. You are a free man. You are a free man. You don't rely on others. You just rely on yourself. You are free. You just do what you want to do. You will never do what others say. You will do what you want only. And you might not even respond, even you know it. They might want something from you, you don't respond. So if the one that close to you feeling that, so if you're upset, she may feel something wrong for her or for you, or doing something wrong, so you can say the truth. Say the truth.
I also one thing I struggle with there is I notice in myself how much I change. Like one day I could be super into it and loving it, and then the next day because I'm honest with how I feel, the next day I don't feel anymore. And it's quite difficult to communicate honestly that I can go through such drastic shifts. The, it's been easier when the woman has been more understanding of that and given space and not take so personally the
People have space to talk. Everyone, even you have the good life, good relationship, you have to have space. Space. Let you have some space and trust. Feeling it with trust. Feeling the space with trust. I don't want it like that. And you know what? You have to maybe understand each other more. What do you want? What do you want? Are you okay? I'm okay. But remember, everyone can change. No one fall. If the girl would change to other guy, who fall? No one fall. That's the way it is. And she can go to see other person. So that is the way it is. You want to have her, then you have to change your personality a little bit for her. Look at it. It's like a pull, push and pull together, push and pull. We have to get together. Okay. Um, and yeah, when you take your girlfriend to meditations, then she will understand.
I meditate.
Yeah.
We got here.
No.
This is life. This is life. This is life. This is life. Life is uncertain, except of uncertain. And today, the last question is about what do you want? And I think I'm always asking these questions. Still hardly to answer. Still hardly to answer. Okay, Ben, if I'm asked what do you want and what is your problems, can you share?
Sure. My problem is doing walking meditation. Uh, Now the pain has shifted back to my big toe area, and it's kind of feel like I'm creating more anxiety even though I'm trying to just watch and note the fears and discomfort and the pain. So I feel like I worry it's doing damage, and I worry I'm not able to sit with all the feelings.
That's good. So, can you see how you get injured by walking? How you walk and getting injured? How?
So part of it's the feeling that arises is when I start to put more pressure on that part of my toe.
Can you change how you walk? You know, walking will need to be very walking like this. No need. You can walk like this. Change your walking a little bit. It's okay. No need to be exactly heel up like this. No need. That can shifting something more comfort and pressing the weight to beside of your heel more and side your feet, not pushing the weight on your thumb, your toe. That's it. But why we have to walk in because we about exercise, you know? We need exercise. And exercise. And then you're not doing that. You can also even sit in the bench and do it like this. See? You can do this to mindfulness.
With the wall.
Yeah, with the wall, either or you sit on the chair. You do it like this, either you walk on the front of the wall, don't worry. But we need to walk. Why we need to walk? Because other muscle need to exercise. And you know what? You have to learn all the therapists to take how to, if you fear to use your muscle, you cannot create muscles. In about problem about the muscles, even the tender, some tender need to be flexible, need to be tight, and then you can use it. Even that, you're gonna creating the skin, some fibers in here, and you can hardly move. So ask the therapist that you should do or not. Maybe you're not hurting, but it was stretching. Because some injured, but it gets so painful. But you need some stretching, and then be more comfort. Take time. I don't know what happened.
When I had my bike accident a couple of months ago, my big toe swelled up so badly I couldn't move it at all. Just the smallest movement was excruciatingly painful, and I just kept on moving it. And now I've got a lot of movement back.
It's had such a long history of where I didn't listen to the sensations in my body and I just pushed through it and did incredible. I would kick the ball and I would yell out in pain. And I still wouldn't come off the field. And my coach had to demand, hey, you gotta stop. You're hurting yourself. And I made this big swing of now I don't know what's real pain, what's not real pain. Am I just pushing it too far again, not listening to myself? So there's this big cycle.
That's good. What you are saying is so clear. So that's what is the problem. No, that is the task. You have to separate the truth. Now it's time for you to. This is fear, and this is real fear. So I told you which one is the real picture. You see the curve pen, that fake picture. This is real picture. But it's how the delusions it make. So now it's time for you to realize it. Exactly. A lot of time that the brain would fit, brain, I think about 35% brain pushing exaggerate to the reality. They fulfill the picture. They fulfill some missing. So if you pushing the power of fear into it, they're creating more fear. You know what? When you're sitting, think about the one mosquito. You're sitting in the mosquito, only one mosquito can disturbing your meditation. They won't kill you. So, right? So mindfulness, even some itching. No, not scratching. And eventually you're scratching. So just only some small things. You can see the small itch is so powerful sometimes. Exactly the same. So learn. Mindfulness and learn with it. Okay? And if you hurt your finger, go away. Not make it more pain, but you should decide it instead. Okay? Or push it walking with wall or something when you're walking.
When I first came to Thailand, started sitting, I couldn't sit for more than 10 minutes. I started to feel like growing and create another like panic sensation.
Good.
But I would just set my timer for 10 minutes, and even if I wasn't feeling pain, I would stand up just to like give myself a break, so I didn't have to worry about what other people are thinking. And after about a month, I was able to sit for longer and longer and longer, but I went really slowly. And so many things happening that like I started to get like triggers. I was able to start to sit with somebody that moves slowly. But I'm starting to wonder like, okay, is this one, am I going too deeply into this sensation? And would it be better to like just hold off on like the walking part? Because even when I first came here, I wasn't settled. Well, switching of energy the last 3 days, that's calmed down. So many things are calming down, and so part of me like, hey, what if I just pause on the walking meditation for another week and just get settled?
Yeah, of course. Not only, I didn't really serious to walking, but you change to something else. Change to something else, but exercise is needed. So for your heart level, heart level is important. You have to find something of exercise. Maybe you just lift up your weight a little bit, so helping a little bit on movement. Because of the problem if you're sitting long time, your digestion is not good. You need some exercise for move your intestine. That's why I'm trying to set you more on walking and sitting too for your digestion. You sitting all time, getting weaker. No, because you have to maintain the body. So you cannot walk, it doesn't matter, find something else. Go to swim maybe. Yeah, we can go to swim. Yeah, we can. Normally we go to swim a lot. There, downstairs. The boys go to swim a lot.
In the pond.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw there's a ladder on the little bridge.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
They always play there. Swimming there all the time.
How deep is it?
2 or 3 meters.
Wow.
Really deep.
Yeah.
So some exercise very good. And you know the swimming pool here? This one, the boy always play with this one. Before we play downstairs, when we dig the new one here, the boy would always play here. But now it's raining, really wet, so they're not going. They usually go on a really, really hot day. Yeah, you can.
It's cold now.